moving on to the finals tomorrow. Go ahead and open for questions. First question, please.
Matt, this is your third final. How does this feel compared to the other two?
Feels better than the other two because it's the newest one. You know, the goal has to always build on itself, and you know, this is my third time at this tournament, third time going to the finals, but it's a new season as always. So you know, still striving for the top. There's no automatics.
Matt, it looked like you were really doing well on your takedowns in that match. Did you feel going in that that would be a strength you would have and that you wanted to take advantage of that?
Definitely. You know, that's where you start a match, so you got to be ready to go from the starting whistle. You got to be ready to get takedowns. Those two of the matches this tournament, you know, I got taken down first. That's not what you want. So, you know, I want to come out there with a high pace. That's what I did. And, I mean, really the goal is to dominate in every single position. You know, I wasn't perfect. Gave up some offensive points I shouldn't have, but that's why you keep moving on and building, because, you know, if he gets a takedown, you gotta, you know, you can't let it affect you.
Question in the back.
Matt, in this national tournament, you've looked very dominating, even more so than during the season. Have you flipped a switch, or did something click in this past week or so that you've seen?
Gotta be a gamer. And this is my favorite time of year. And it's been like that since I started coming to these when I was in 7th grade. It's my favorite time of year. You know, spring break, everyone goes to the Cancun. Well, I go to the NCAA tournament. I get to watch tough wrestling, and now I get to live the dream. I get to do it. So, I mean, that's just rising to the occasion and you know, being a Saturday nighter.
Matt, we don't know who you're going to wrestle yet, but there are two guys that appear to be having a hot tournament. How prepared are you to face a guy who seems to be peaking like either one of these two?
I'm as prepared as I can be, and that's pretty darn prepared. I mean, this is what you build for all year. I got to believe that I'm peaking too, and it's not just saying it and making myself believe it, it's knowing it, and I feel like I'm peaking right now.
Matt, you have a chance at your second national title. This will be your third time going for it. Do you go at it any differently because you lost last year but you won as a freshman?
Yeah, you have to build on it. I mean, if there's one thing I can remember, it's that Sunday morning afterwards, how you feel. You're not going to let yourself go home like that again. I mean, that's one of the top motivations, but beyond that, just doing the very best you can. I mean, that's what you got to do.
Matt, as we go through the semis and go into the next day, the team competition has spread out a little bit, to say the least. Obviously you're out there for yourself, but do you think about trying to get as many points as you can for the team at this point, or has that ship already sailed?
Absolutely. I'm trying to get, number one, I'm trying to get as many points as I can for myself, to show the rest of the country who Matt McDonough is, what I'm about, how tough I am, but that team factor has to come into play. And, you know, I could have stayed on top, I could have let him get a reversal and laid there on my belly and, you know, got a win and had a decision and, you know, felt decent about it, or I could keep moving forward and go for that major and go for that pin. I mean, really that's what I'm trying to do every time out is get a pin, but, you know, building points for yourself, number one, for who you are, number two, for your team.
One more question. Right there in the back.
Matt, you're talking about team points. Do you feel that, you know, scoring all those bonus points would be a catalyst for the rest of your teammates that are coming up right after you?
For sure. I mean, I've heard it a million times, especially, you know, when I was a freshman, as starting off being a fire starter, being a stick of dynamite for the team, getting things rolling. But you know, you start to believe it, and you gotta come across with that you know, that good spirit to your teammates. Is that, you know, we gotta score some points. We gotta come out here and have some fun and make it a show. Make it a show for the crowd.
Final question.
We know your opponent now. Your thoughts about who you wrestle?
You know, that's a chance that I want back, to wrestle him again, to you know, to improve on what I started on, but not just to go off of, you know, what happened in the duel, but the fact that, you know, if you guys said they think they're peaking, I think I'm peaking, you know, that's what you live for, is to get the chances to wrestle those tough opponents and to wrestle for 7 minutes, and you know he's coming out to take your head off, and you're gonna do the same thing.
Thank you, Matt. Good luck tomorrow.